Hey everybody, this is Dusk for Dusted on Gaming with Match 3 of Episode 4 with Arclight, Phoenix Decks, and Modern. As a friendly reminder, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, please consider giving us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up down below, and leave a constructive comment. So, last couple of days we've been playing, Arclight Phoenix Izzet here with Pteramander. We've had one really good matchup, or one really good back and forth match with Mono Red Phoenix, and then kind of a not so great matchup with the Titan Shift getting pounded for keeping a bad hand game 1, and then game 2 just never came together. So, anywho, back to the drawing board for game 3. So this particular version we're running Pteramander as the third additional threat in addition to Arclight Phoenix and Thing in the Ice. So by now, pretty much everyone knows Thing in the Ice and Arclight Phoenix are kind of the peanut butter and jelly of the deck. Everything else, cantrips, ops, serum visions, thought scour, faithless looting to both fill up your graveyard, get through your deck, flip Thing in the Ice, get Arclight Phoenixes back. Metamorphose helps to double and triple spell to flip your Phoenixes, get your Phoenixes back into play, flip your Things in the Ice. Gut Shot and Bolt help clear out creatures and can go to your opponent's face. Lightning Axe helps kill bigger creatures. Chart of Course also helps you get additional copies of Phoenix in the graveyard, and then if you're attacking, can also be raw card advantage. These two are kind of a delicious 1-2 punch on turn 1 and 2. Play your Flying Man, draw 2 cards. Divination for 2 mana is pretty good. And beyond that, it's pretty much the main deck. Sideboard got Dispel and Spell Pierce for the controlling and burnish matchups, as well as combo. Surgical Extraction here for decks like Storm, Dredge, any of those graveyard-based things. Running Volley also can come in the mirror match to punk out Arclight Phoenixes. Running Volley pretty solid in the mirror match and tribal decks. Braid pretty good when you need shock and shatter effects. Blood Moon pretty good against a lot of different decks. Can come in against things like Just Guy, Jund. Can come in against Grixis. Can come in against Amulet Titan, Titan Shift, Tron. Anything that's land-based or is running a 3-color mana base, you could potentially punk out with Blood Moon. Anger of the Gods for the go-wide creature strategies. Also for Dredge. Beacon Bolt when you need a virtual third copy of Lightning Axe to kill bigger creatures. Does have the drawback of being 3 mana, which is a lot in Modern, and then 2 copies of Dragon's Claw for the burn-based mirror matches, either Mono Red Phoenix or traditional burn, because that tends to be pretty rough overall. So, top of the queue here. I apologize for videos being a little bit all over the place the last couple of weeks. Between school kind of heating up for the semester, and some other stuff going on, being sick and such, has been difficult to maintain the double upload per day. This hand looks pretty reasonable. We're on the play, so we get to lead on Pteramander. If we hit a second land, we get to go Pteramander Serum Visions or Pteramander Faithless Looting. So, definitely a keep. Get some pressure on the board early. Hope to follow it up with some of our other threats. Past our opponent here. Both. So I'm going to want to get this game over with. Some type of potentially Planeswalker heavy deck. That's a Nikachu strategy. So we definitely want to get the game over as quickly as possible. Alright, so that makes things a little bit easier here. So, could do a couple things. I could just go Thing in the Ice here, but I think for right now, my objective is get as many cards in the graveyard as possible here. It's possible I wanted that third land. Burning a tree is scary. Yep. Thought Scour, huh? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 6th one. So, bolding the Burning Tree here to slow down their mana production with Nykthos. Hit them for 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Izzet, that's fine. Get back Burning Tree. That should be lethal, right? This currently costs 1 in a blue. Bolt you. Alright, so turn 4 win pretty easily there. Nykthos decks. Interesting matchup this is. What cards do we bring in? Been a minute since I've seen Nykthos, so see what kind of toys they have now. Looking for Burning Tree decks. This particular version doesn't run Burning Tree, but nevertheless we can kind of get an idea of what kind of creatures they're working with here. So Volley doesn't seem like it. Braid might be okay. Blood Moon, not so much. Anger, kind of a weird spot, because like Anger could be good against like a go wide board, but at the same time, we've got to be the aggressor in the matchup, so I don't know. Guess on the draw, I'll bring in a couple of Angers and go down maybe the Charter Courses. Dragon's Claw, no. Beacon Bolt, no. Blood Moon, no. A Braid, maybe. Running Volley, no. The rest of these cards, no. Some consideration for Spell Pierce to nab an early Planeswalker, but that's like really suspect. So. Do I risk keeping this hand? So, been that, and this is where things actually get difficult. Maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand simply because the only mana source was the mountain there. This little thingy went to market. So basically have two pseudo Wrathmelt lined up here. And that probably means they're land light, because they generally don't like to play Nykthos until their last land. Ming Shaman. Alright, so that's probably going to return our graveyard to us for us. Interesting pseudo graveyard hate. So they're not really profiting yet, so I think I just pass here. Hope they develop their Mord a little bit more. Especially with the 3 instant speed spells here, it's kind of nice. Sure. One, two, three, four. This would be the 5th one. Two, three, four. Get to kind of upheaval their board here. Sure. Too bad it's not a Salamander Horror. That'd be so much better. Like this. Primal Command or Garuk here? Sure. They're really going hard after the graveyard, and this game's not even about the graveyard. Just to flip the thing here. Upheaval your board. Hold this Anger of the Gods in reserve. Definitely should have sequenced better to where that Lightning Axe was still in our hand. huh? Get rid of your board here. This Pteramander out there, pass turn. Another burning tree? Sure. It's currently cost 1, 2, 3. So, can we flip Pteramander next turn? That's an interesting question. So currently this costs 5 and a blue, would be 4 and a blue. So we'd probably need a Manamorphose here to do it. Izzet, get back Elvish Mystic. Or Primal Command. Let's try to reduce their mana production here. Because mana is by far their scariest asset. If we can flip Pteramander next turn and kill them, all the better. They don't tend to have too many ways to kill creatures. They just kind of rely on kind of clogging up the ground. Once again, Pteramander kind of overperforming in this matchup. We know they have Loaming Shaman. Actually, Loaming Shaman here would be quite obnoxious, wouldn't it? They keep recycling bolts into our deck, sure. Love how they don't cycle back Anger of the Gods. So, goodbye, friend. Alright, so Anger of the Gods, card that I was debating whether I should bring in, ends up being clutch here in match number 3 against Green Devotion. This has been Dusk for Stone Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.